Well, here's a movie that I wasn't a fan of, but every other critic seems to like it. And maybe that's because it's my fault. She Rides Shotgun just seemed a little too logically convoluted as a story. And I had to rewind it to really kind of clarify what my problems were with it because I wasn't sure if it was me or not. Anyways, the story starts out with this narration about God and man from Polly Huff, played by Anna Sophia Hegger, and she's the main character of the story. We cut to her in school. She's waiting for her parents to pick her up, but they never arrive. And eventually, one car does arrive. It's like this beaten up old automobile, and there's this guy driving it. His name is Nathan. He's played by Taron Egerton. And this girl's like sitting in the tree, and Nathan's sitting in his car. And he says, "Hey, get down from the tree and come talk to me." And immediately she comes down from the tree and talks to this guy who clearly looks like some kind of tweaked out drug addict. Really? Hasn't she ever heard of "Don't Talk to Strangers"? Eventually, he tells her to get in his car, and she doesn't scream for help, and maybe it's because there's like no one outside and she feels threatened, but she does. And it's just like, why would she trust this guy? Why would she get in his car? She does anyways. And also another question I had is, where is the school's security? She's sitting outside and there's no one monitoring the kids or bringing them inside. What if something like this happens? Anyways, flash forward to a few more scenes. She's sitting in a motel with this guy, and they have like this random bonding moment. And I'm thinking, why would she bond with this complete weirdo? Well, when I consulted with my critic friends, I knew the guy was her dad because I read the premise of the film. If you don't read the premise of the film, you go into this, you're not going to go know that it's her dad, and she knows it, and that's why she suddenly connects with this guy. So none of it makes any sense. And also, even if she knew this guy was her dad, he's been in prison for multiple years. He randomly shows up to her school. He clearly does not look like he's well, and she trusts him? Really? Okay, whatever. But because that didn't work, their relationship throughout the whole rest of the film didn't work for me. And with other people, it worked. Most critics, it worked. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just a moron and I just didn't get that she knew he was his dad from the start. And even if she did, for the reasons I pointed out earlier, it still didn't work for me. When it gets to the plot as to why her dad shows up and why he's protecting her and why people are hunting him, I'm already checked out. I didn't really care what was going on. And also, when they do kind of get to the big plot twists, it's just kind of eye-rolling. Like, oh, really? We're going here? Oh, okay. But, oh, yeah, and then there's some really weird choices that Rob Yang, who plays John Park, like the one uncorrupt cop, does in the film, where he even gets Polly involved in some gunfights, and I'm just thinking, how incompetent is this guy? But yeah, those logical loopholes took me out of the film. I gave it, I think, 2.5 out of 4 because there's some elements in this movie that works. I thought Anna Sophia Hegger was great as Polly Huff, although they don't give her a lot of room to act. A lot of her scenes are just having to repress her emotions and be in defensive mode because she's with her psycho father, who God only knows what he'll do to her. I mean, he is a good guy in the film. We find out why he was actually in jail, blah, 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 but whatever. Didn't work for me. And Taron Egerton is really transformative in this role. Like, you barely even recognize him. He made a great Elton John, and he makes a great character in this. So it's exciting to see where more of his work goes. It's kind of similar to what Domhnall Gleeson did in Echo Valley, where like they both play kind of like these screwed up drug addicts, except one person is actually a good person, which is Taron Egerton's character. And Domhnall Gleeson's character in that movie is just a piece of crap. But yeah, this movie was just It didn't work well for me. It was just kind of a mediocre thriller. I don't care what Rotten Tomatoes says. Whenever Rotten Tomatoes has like a 100 or a 90 up there, I go, I bet I'll be the one guy who didn't like it. And yeah, I was the one guy who didn't like it. And maybe it's because I'm a moron. I don't know. Anyways, you can see my full written review for the movie at ypareviews.com.